All right, for our anthill diorama environment, I'm going to start with a little box. I'm going to need some glue, a little bit of dirt. Again, I got this from a plant that's outside my house, a little planter. And my sponge that's a little bit damp just to keep my finger clean. Here's a piece of recycled cardboard. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a layer of glue to the bottom. We're putting this glue on the bottom so that when we put our dirt inside there, it will stick to this glue. I'm just going to use my finger here, and I'm going to spread that glue out evenly across the entire bottom. Nice and even. All right, I'm going to wipe my finger off just so I'm not getting stuff stuck to it all the time. Next, I'm going to just gently sprinkle this dirt on. Get big chunks out of there. Now, I strongly suggest just sprinkling it like this and not just dumping it. You are going to shake off the extra stuff that doesn't stick. Tomorrow, I would let it sit overnight. I'm going to kind of evenly spread it around, pat it down. And that is pretty much it for that part. And again, I'm going to have to let that sit. So next, we're going to talk about the anthill. Now in class, I showed you that I had this egg carton in my recycling, and I thought, oh wow, this looks like an anthill. It's got a little opening for the ants to come in and out. So I'm going to use that again today, and then I'll show you an alternate way of making a little anthill after this. So again, this is already, it's like a prefabricated anthill. It's got that opening. I'm just going to trim off the edges, make it kind of flat at the bottom so it has a flat bottom to stick. Trim that up a little bit. Okay, next I'm just going to put some glue on the edges, and I'm applying it directly. And when I get all four edges, I'm just going to take my finger again and spread that glue out all over the surface of this little cone. Whoopsie, a little sticky. I'm going to wipe off my finger again. Now I'm just going to take my cup of dirt and I'm going to dip it in there. And I'm going to get this dirt to stick where the glue is. There it is. All right. I'm going to bring my little environment back. I'm going to pick a spot where I want to put this anthill. I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the bottom and just place it in there. Now again, you want to let this sit. I would say just set it aside until tomorrow, and it will be perfectly dry. Everything that's going to stick will be stuck, and I'll show you later how to gently tap out the excess dirt. But for now, let's talk about another way to make an anthill. So I'm going to set this aside. Now that little piece of cardboard I had, I'm going to show you how to make a little dome or funnel. Here I'm just tracing the lid to a beverage. I'm just going to trace that circle shape, and I'm going to cut it out. All right, next I'm just going to make a mark where I think the center is. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to cut to there, so I'm just going to draw myself a little cut line, and I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut to that little circle I made in the center. Now I'm going to kind of just work the cardboard a little bit, make it so it's not so stiff, and I'm going to roll it into a cylinder. You'll find that it will take this shape pretty quickly. And there's my little cylinder, my little cone. Taping it together. I can trim off anything from the bottom if I don't feel like it's sitting flat. You can do pretty much whatever you want. You can make a bigger funnel shape. You can use a bigger circle to do that. I'm going to cut a little piece off the top here so my ants can get in and out. You can see that shape looks pretty good. Again, this is just an alternate way to make this shape. Maybe cut a little more. Maybe I grab my pencil here and poke it through to make sure that there's an opening at the top for my ants to get in and out. Next, I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, like I did with the piece from the egg carton. I'm just going to put a little glue around the top and spread that out with my finger. And I'm really just going to kind of repeat that process, but now with this other piece. And again, this is just an alternate way. There's probably several other ways you can get creative with how you make your anthill. Again, I'm just going to dip that into my cup of dirt, and whatever is going to stick will stick. I'm going to take off some big chunks that were in there. And there we have it. We have another way to make an anthill out of a little piece of cardboard. And again, I could, glue this down the same way I did with my egg carton piece. All right, now let me show you the one we did yesterday. Yeah, it's still not stuck, so I definitely need to let that sit overnight. So check this one out. We did this yesterday. This one's solid. All the dirt that is going to stick has stuck. What I'm going to do now is gently tilt my box and just kind of tap the edge, and all of the dirt that has not stuck to any glue will go to that edge. And then I can put that corner on over my dirt container and tap out all the remaining stuff that will not stick. And there we have it. All right, so have fun, get creative, and I can't wait to see your projects. Have fun.